platoon, listen up.
What are we doing?
Sergeant Moody owes me $50 because it looks like Operation
Okay, I don't care.
Overlord was a
Operation
success.
Overlord. I mean, we're already past that, so I don't know what we're doing. The Bavarian Alps of Germany. A couple British officers, Captain Price and a Major Ingram, were shot down somewhere in enemy territory. So we're going to a chateau in the Bavarian Alps to rescue a couple British lads. Sure, we can do that. Uh, we're being sneaky. Do we have a bar? What is this? It is a bar. Yeah, we played Zombie Army Trilogy a little bit. It was a sniper-focused game where you fight zombies, of course. That game is, I think, fun for a brief period of time, but gets super, super repetitive, and I didn't really enjoy it after a couple episodes. So, and again, it's a third-person thing. Initially, this conversation started as talking about first-person shooters. Although I've definitely gotten away from that as we progressed here. I don't know what caliber the bar uses, or is, I suppose, is how you would say that. Graphically unimpressive, guns are like Nerf guns on lower difficulties. Damage scales for you and enemies by difficulty, but the story and concept is really good. Hope you read Roadside Picnic, the book it's based on. Yeah, I hear about that book a lot as well. I know it's hugely popular. It's definitely something that people really like. I just, I entertained the thoughts of playing it on the channel because it was a very, it's older, so it looks like something that would be easy to record. Okay, is there a button for this? No, just walk around it, dummy. We'll clear the inside. Looks like it's already clear. Low. Oop. Shouldn't put Nazi flags on YouTube. They're not gonna like that. But yeah, it's no, I don't want that. It's an older game, so I thought like, oh, we could play this on the channel. It's obviously very popular. I might get some views from that. But played it a little bit, felt a little goofy, couldn't really get into the story. If I remember right, I don't think the loot respawns. So like once you hit a location, there's no reason to ever go back. Might be misremembering that, but that was a big downer to me. And then also just looking at the weapons and stuff, I just didn't feel very impressed with it. I think it's one of those things that like people really like because there's a nostalgia aspect to it. Although I don't think that that's the only reason. And I wouldn't hate playing it. I just couldn't get into it. I do have the trilogy somewhere. I think it's a trilogy, right? I think I have the GOG version on my GOG account. Anyway, got it backwards. The game is based on the book. Is that not what I said? I have a feel of Wolfenstein when you said Chateau. I mean, we're in France. I guess there are a lot of chateaus, but do love Wolfenstein. You know, and it's like I grew up playing the older. Excuse me. I grew up playing the old Wolfenstein, like the actual Wolfenstein 3D, and oh come on, and I really enjoyed that when I was a kid because I didn't have a lot of games. Oh good, it reset me all the way back here. I love when that happens. We're out of bullets. I enjoyed Wolfenstein 3D when I was a kid because I didn't have a lot of games back then, and I played basically anything. Plus, I like Duke Nukem and all those older games. And then Return to Castle Wolfenstein came out, which was like the one in like probably around 2000, 2001. And I played that one, and I really enjoyed the World War II combat. But as soon as they started introducing the zombies, I was like, this is not fun. Because I think like the first time you see zombies in that game, they're in a crypt and they have these shields that reflect bullets, so it's like really frustrating because you have to kind of get behind them, but it's an older video game, so like they can just turn on a dime and you know, you end up facing the guns again, or the shield again, and it gets really frustrating. So like I enjoyed the World War II aspect of the Return to Castle Wolfenstein, but I didn't actually like the zombie fighting very much. And then you were a German. I thought my AI teammates were with me, and of course they weren't, because why would they support the player? And then the new Wolfensteins, I have heard fantastic things about, but I haven't played them yet. No idea what just exploded. Haven't played them yet. By all accounts, they're very, very good, and an excellent reboot to the series. All highly reviewed, highly, you know, everything. I just, I don't know. I don't think I love the zombie World War II stuff very much. Oh, hello, Germans. I don't know what you're doing up there. So, I don't know. I played Wolfenstein Enemy Territory a lot, which was basically a World War II multiplayer game where it completely ignored the zombie stuff. So we are very injured. Back up here. And I played that a lot growing up, and we talked about that earlier. It was just basically, you know, Americans versus Germans attacking and defending, completing various objectives, whatever. I enjoy that. I don't enjoy monsters in my video games so much. It depends on the video game, of course, but in my World War II shooters, yeah, it doesn't really have a place for Nazi zombies as far as I'm concerned. Which I know is an unpopular opinion. So there he dove on a grenade, I believe. Nope. It was over here. Never mind. Okay. There's a health kit over here, thankfully. Which we desperately need. And people love zombies. I love zombies. It's nothing against zombies. I just, if I pick up a World War II shooter, I want it to be a World War II shooter. Grab any docs, knock out their communication. Sure. Hello. I saw you there. Okay. Obviously clearing an indoor environment like this is not great. Tight corners. I'm sure they're just going to have enemies pop out at basically every doorway. Like this. Looks like we did get him because his MP40 is here on the ground. But he definitely clipped us pretty good. Heading up. Yeah, I mean, and chateaus are a commonplace thing in France, which is something that shows up in video games a lot. Obviously is a lot more exciting than, you know, constantly clearing fields and things that you would normally see in a World War II fight. So I think video games often use the mansion-style assault like this, which, again, makes perfect sense. I literally think that Nazi flags are banned by YouTube, so I feel like even me uploading this is going to get me in trouble, because, like, nowadays, if you buy World War II video games, many of them try to avoid showing the Nazi propaganda stuff, like the flags and the symbol and things, because a lot of people get flagged as like hate stuff. So not thrilled that there are big old Nazi banners. It makes perfect sense that they're here, but I'm a little concerned about how YouTube will react. So that's a bummer. Anyway, what do we got in chat? You have a really bad computer, so you play older games a lot. You and me both. If I had a better computer, I would be playing more modern games than what I do. Unfortunately, streaming is very difficult. It's one of the reasons why I revert back to these really kind of not very graphically intense. Find the secret communication room? Secret bookcase? No. This is Call of Duty, not Wolfenstein. I imagine there's nothing secret in here like that. It's probably something destructible. And it's pointing us downstairs and away. So I guess we go back the way we came. Getting tired of the bar. Give me an MP40. So I play a lot of older games because I can't really play more modern things, and I can't really stream modern things. So I don't know. It's always a struggle for me. Like today, I was going to go live, and I had absolutely no idea what to play because I can't record most of the things I want to play. So it is what it is, though. Eventually, I'll buy another computer and have a 2-PC setup, but that's pretty far away at the moment. I don't like monsters in my video games, coming from a guy with 1 million videos of Cataclysm on his YouTube channel. I mean, I don't like my monsters in my World War II shooters. I should have been more specific. That sucks. Walk around the corner and get absolutely obliterated. Obviously, I like monsters a lot. I've been thinking as well about playing some horror games on the channel. I was interested in playing Silent Hill, some of the older Silent Hill games, because again, they're older and presumably will be easy to record. But yeah, I don't know. It's on the agenda. It's on the radar, I should say, not on the agenda. So we'll see. But today is all about World War II, so I think seeing these symbols are needed and censoring them is kind of dumb. It's part of history. I agree 100%. I think that, I mean, I don't like seeing it, frankly. Like, we sometimes get trolls who show up in Discord or whatever and have these sort of symbols. And it's a little bit unfortunate when you're just trying to go through your daily life and you see these things. But in a historical context, absolutely. They're a part of history. As unfortunate as it is, the Nazis were a thing, and they certainly shaped the world for, you know, generations to come, presumably. So it's hard to ignore, and I think when you try to ignore history and censor history like that, it's ultimately bad for you, and bad for your culture and things. So I do think, you know, should be a little bit less restrictive. But that's just, you know, YouTube is one of those places where it's like, if they don't restrict, okay, so there's just no second enemy that time. We're getting really wrecked by these guys on the other Z level. I'm starting to get kind of annoyed. I think they took away that other enemy because I keep dying, and they're trying to be nice to me, would be my guess. Okay, last time there was a third one up there. Okay, not this time. Let's save so we don't have to keep coming in the same door over and over. But YouTube is like a place where... No, did I just load my save? Oh, they have the same setting for save and load. So when I double clicked it to save it, it's in the same menu that you load from. So I loaded it. So I guess we get to go through the door again. YouTube, you have to be oversensitive, otherwise you let people through that are not good. So like, if you don't actually censor the Nazi things, then you're going to end up with people who post it and say, oh, why did mine get hit and this person's didn't, and oh, boo-hoo, hate speech, etc. So I think they just have to kind of, from a safety perspective, just take it and be done with it. I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if they're really big on the symbolism or not. I think if it's not in the beginning of the video, I don't know that they pay a lot of attention to those kind of symbols and stuff. Let's just make a new save. Game saved. Excellent. And last time they popped up here. Oh, I see. In the corner there is a door. Whatever. Let's, don't point your gun at me, Lieutenant Jacobs. I'm on your side. Man, from above they just hit you instantly. Hello. Imagine that you have been shielded your entire life from this propaganda. When you're presented with it, you will never be able to understand the meaning of it. I don't know. Like I said, I do think that it's harmful to not show these things, because they are a part of history, and we, you know, people, especially these days, people like to push things out of their mind and never think about them. The unfortunate reality is that when you don't think about history and you don't, you know, deal with it, then it's prone to repeat itself. And I think that we have a lot of people these days, unfortunately, who go around posting Nazi stuff without really thinking what those Nazis represented. Those Nazis tried to destroy the world, and I think that a lot of people view it as like a heritage thing, and they don't really think about the hardcore racism thing, and I don't understand that at all. And part of it feels like, do they just not know? And you know what, now that I'm saying it, I'm sure they do know and they just don't care. But I feel like sometimes I think like maybe they just are ignorant and they don't understand what they're saying and doing. Because you'll see sometimes people will have like swastika icons and stuff, and sometimes you're like, this is a kid who's like 13 who doesn't understand what they're doing. But I don't know. Okay, we're not going to push until that guy is dead. Censoring those things will give people more reason to use those symbols for trolling. Oh good, they're behind me now while I'm trying to read chat. You can see that with some words too. Please don't say any words on stream, you know the rules, and so do I. Are you trying to be Rick Astley right now? We're no strangers to love. Okay, can we just... No, I was going to say, can we just push before the truck even gets here? But doesn't look like it. Let's go to the bar. It's a little better at range here. Certainly more accurate than the MP40. Sorry, my brain is meshing all the guns together now. Hello. So I'm guessing they're going to come up behind us again, even though I had checked last time. So let's just push into this corner and hopefully get in here before more of them start popping their heads out. But no, I'm not going to say anything, of course, racist or offensive. I think that it's difficult as well nowadays. Some people are hypersensitive to certain things. And I think that we as a culture have come to the point where we're constantly pointing that out. So when we're upset by dialogue or whatever, we will tell people, like I do it. I hate when people use the R word for people with mental limitations. I hate when I see somebody throw out the R word, which I'm not going to say, I'm just going to refer to as the R word, because my brother has some mental limitations, and I hear a lot of people over the course of, 30 years have mocked him for it, harassed him with that word. It's become a way of people who can put other people down and make themselves feel better than those people. So I really hate that word, and I see people say it, and I'm really sensitive to it, and it pisses me off, and then I end up saying something, and people are like, what's the big deal? It doesn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. And it turns into a whole thing. So I think that some people are hypersensitive to those things, and that's also not terribly healthy, because if someone's saying something upsets you to the point where you're getting angry or whatever, I think that that's not really good for you either. So I think it's a complicated situation. Let's all my interactions with R-word people have been really nice. See, even saying that, like, you don't have to refer to them that way. You just can say, like, so, and that's the other thing. I don't even know what the proper terminology is. With my brother, we say that he is, so my brother, if you don't know, has some physical and mental stuff going on. And for my brother, we will use terms like differently abled, because like some people say disabled, but they're, these people can still do things. It's not like they're incapable of doing things. So this is for sure the secret over here, this eagle statue. So like I really don't like when people say disabled, because it kind of implies that they can't do things. And I don't know, we use the term differently abled because he's still abled, it's just different from how, a typical person usually experiences the world. And then we'll say things like has some mental and physical limitations. Again, not that he can't do things, it's just that he has some things that limit his abilities and make it more difficult for him. But I don't even know if that's the correct terminology. I really don't know what politically correct is at the moment. I just know what upsets me and what doesn't. So I think it's difficult to navigate because some people don't think about those things. People don't care. People don't spend time thinking about it. So how would they know what to say? And I think some of it's ignorance. I think some of it is like open disrespect and hatred. I don't know. It's a crapshoot, really. And then you add to that there are, like I said, a lot of people who are hypersensitive to certain things. And I don't know, it tends to snowball out of control sometimes. People yelling at each other and calling each other terrible things. And, oh, you're just a social justice warrior. Oh, you're just a racist. And it devolves into a bunch of name calling that doesn't help anyone. So, I don't know. Of course, I'm middle-aged white guy, so I'm probably not the best. I mean, I have black family, and my brother has some mental, and physical stuff going on, but I myself am just some white guy, so I really don't feel like I'm in a position to make those decisions, really. But anyway, man, my back hurts. I don't know why I have this sharp pain between my shoulder blades. I have for a little bit here, trying to ignore it. I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't often sit in the shooter position. Hello, you almost got me there, German. In the shooter position where you have one hand on the mouse and one on the keyboard. I usually am playing games that aren't first-person shooters. That's going to blow up, presumably, and show lots of enemies. It's interesting that they were prone in there with a machine gun, knowing that we were going to breach in. I guess this is like the only way through, so they would know. But okay, prison cell. Oh, that's right. We're rescuing Captain Price. Hello, Price. You look a lot different than you do in the new video games. Different voice as well. Same mustache though. Good mustache. And he is British. Moved him to a camp. You overheard where. So I guess we're going to a German... I guess we're going to like a POW camp. Which is interesting, because I do vaguely remember playing multiplayer on a camp map when I was a teen. Playing this game, so... yeah, I guess I had completely forgotten about it. What were we talking about before we talked about offensive language? Games, I guess. Oh, yeah, I said... oh my god, there's just a room full of Germans. I said I would like to maybe play some of the old Silent Hill games. I don't know if that's actually going to amount to anything or not, but I do have the second, third... I mean, I guess I have like all of them, really. Really, all the way back here. And I do enjoy those old games, or I did at the time. I don't know if they're still good or not. And I'm not really a horror gamer, so I don't know if people even care about that. You know, I think some people, when they watch horror, they want to see someone like Markiplier who... you got scared, so he started screaming like a crazy person, you know, like, I think that's something people like with horror games. They want, plus, I don't have a face cam. People like to see you jump and be scared and stuff, so I don't know if horror is really my bag or not, but let's save so we don't have to go through that AI talking nonsense again. Just save this one. And this room was packed with Germans, so we'll chuck a grenade. And then we'll reposition. Oh, except they didn't come through the door until after the grenade went off, so that's a bummer. See if we can get our AI to come up here. Nope, they're just going to stay down there and wait for me to do all the work. Which is fine. Oh, here they come. Yes, hello, Captain Price. I know you're injured, but you could still participate. I'm going to assume we're supposed to go where the Germans are coming from. Man, he's throwing a lot of Germans at me. Oh, hello, Americans. Y'all just hanging out? Okay. Oh. Are you following me?
Truck's out front, sir.
Okay.
Help Captain Price out the window. He's been hurt.
Okay. So we're just going to get him to a truck and get out of here. Oh, almost shot you. Sorry, Captain Foley. Foley, whatever. I didn't see your name. I'm sorry. Please don't pile in. We're getting out. I just hope it's not another vehicle section. And that's the end of the level. Great. Well, you know, we're at about an hour and a half. My back hurts, and I kind of think this game maybe isn't as good as I remember it is. So, oh, now I have a sniper rifle as well. Can't shoot you. Can I shoot you from... hello? I can't get far enough away to pop a few of my allies. What about a grenade? How do you guys feel about grenades? Any... nope. Completely impervious to explosions. Although we probably alerted the rest of the camp that we're here now by throwing a grenade. Anyway, I think we're going to call the stream. I'm not feeling that into the Call of Duty thing. I thought it would be fun to play something World War II, but like, I don't love the way it's turned out. I don't love the way that it records and stuff. So I think we're just going to call it. Thanks for the raid, C Black. I appreciate that you popped in with a group of people. And thanks to, who don't I recognize? Star-Lord Bob said earlier that he was a lurker for years or whatever in the YouTube, but I had not seen that name around before. And then we had Happy Hippie Hippo again showing up in chat. So thanks everybody who came by. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Probably won't be streaming again until Monday. Have absolutely no idea what we'll be playing, but yeah, I'll see you all on Monday. So thanks for coming out. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next time.